Good afternoon and welcome to the Marco Island Center for the Arts. We're so thrilled that you could join us this afternoon. We have a very exciting guest with us. As you know, the exhibition right now in our gallery is entitled March through July 2020 Artistic Reflections. And certainly the time between March and July of this year was unique, unprecedented, and challenging. We have a remarkable Marco Island artist with us whose work is behind me, and the work you see is part of the show that I've just mentioned. The artist is Betty Newman. Good afternoon, Betty.
Well, hi, Hyla. Thank you so much for having me. This is really nice. It's the first time I've done this.
Well, we're so glad that you could join us. So I'm curious, I know I follow you as an artist, and what have you been working on during this time? I know a lot of artists have really been inspired, have really lifted the level of their creativity, have found time to both reflect, to try some new things. What have you been up to?
Well, I've been really fortunate. I've had one of my clients who asked me to do a portrait of their family. So I've been working on that pretty much this summer, and it's been challenging for me. Actually, I started out doing portraits years ago. I mean, that was my thing. I do portraits and then give them away. So it's really kind of brought me back to my roots, and I'm loving it. I just enjoyed it so much. And I've actually gotten another commission from it. So I've been, working on that, which is on the easel right now. I can't show it to you. It's actually a wedding present for someone.
Ooh.
I know.
That's exciting.
It's so exciting. Yeah. She's going to give it to her husband when they get married. So I'm afraid to show it to anybody because I don't know if somebody's going to know somebody.
No. You keep that special and secret.
Right.
Well, I wanted to ask you a little bit about the two beautiful pieces that are right behind me. They are in the show. We whisked them up to our AV studio just for this interview. If you could tell me a little bit, starting with the piece right behind me here, of when you created it, what was your inspiration, what your thoughts are about it.
Yeah, lots of times I'll do canvases that I work on the different techniques and try to create something that I've never done before. And actually the two canvases that I have there, I keep looking at things. And one of the things in a lot of my abstract work are people, they'll go, oh, I see this, I see that. And when I was looking at them, I realized that I'm like hiding in there, like so many people wondering, should I go out? I mean, even when you go to the grocery store now, you may wear your mask, but you're walking down the aisles and you kind of walk around somebody, So that's pretty much, I saw these myself actually inside these paintings. That's really where that inspiration came from. And I love the way they turned out.
Well, I do too. They are very compelling, and it's a little hard because people can't see them, which means you need to come down and see them in the gallery at the Marco Island Center for the Arts.
It's a great show. It's a great show. I really, don't be afraid.
No, and we are very safe here. Your health, safety, and well-being is of the utmost importance. You will see us with our masks. We do require you wear one, taking all our precautions, limiting the amount of people that can be in any one space at any time. So please don't be afraid. Come down. This show is remarkable. And I just wanted to point out, when Betty talks about the artwork looking out, or her being the artist behind looking out, you can actually see in both paintings that somebody is looking out at you. And I know that I have found it very haunting, very compelling, and a piece every time I walk around the gallery, I stop and look as the painting looks back at me. And I mean, Betty, you talked about your commissions and the work that you do that's abstract. I don't think people really appreciate the scope and breadth of your work. Can you share? Because there's a lot of different things you work on. I mean, I know when I first met you, I thought about the big, beautiful abstracts that I've seen here at the Art Center. But I know when we did, what was it? I think comic relief, we had some sketches and some drawings that were a little comical that were in. So sort of give people an idea of the kind of things that you work on, because it's more than just one sort of thing that defines Betty Newman as an artist.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes you know, so many artists are known for a certain thing, and I have a hard time doing that because I love so many different things. I love all the mediums. When I was in high school, I did paintings for people. I did the bulletin boards. I did cards. I'm still doing cards now. I do small things, for people, get little ornaments, the fish, crazy fish. And I've had some really wonderful stories that have happened to me over the years. One of the paintings that I was commissioned to do for Sandcastle. I had a woman call me a couple years ago, and she had told me her mother had passed away 2 weeks before, but she kept talking about a painting, and it was one of my paintings, which was thrilling. And she said, "Do you have any prints of it?" And I went, "No, I usually don't do prints except of my cards." And she was wondering if I would make any. So I went down to Sandcastle and took pictures, and her family members wanted a print to remember this woman, their mother, their grandmother. So so many wonderful things happen, just like this commission I'm doing now. I think that's what keeps me going. I get to beautify people's homes. But when I first came down here, my artwork wasn't Florida. I didn't do birds, and I didn't do a lot of different things. So I started doing faux finishes. And through these faux finishes, I had a really successful business in that. I had all these different wonderful materials that I started using. And at the same time, I was doing paintings for people in their homes. I would do portraits of their kids. I don't know. I did all kinds of things, landscapes, everything. So over the years, everything has just kind of grown and changed. And I just keep doing all the stuff I love. I always tell people, when you do buy one of my pieces, you're getting part of me. I grew up as an only child, and I didn't relate very well to people because I didn't have brothers and sisters. So my way of communicating was painting, was drawing. I always had a friend with me. I always had my pencil and paper with me. So I love it. I love the fact that maybe somebody buys a little piece from me. That's wonderful. I'm thrilled. I'm complimented. If they buy a larger piece for their home, it's thrilling. So it doesn't make any difference to me, what size they buy or anything. It's just I get to be in their homes.
I think it's a fair to say that you have something for everyone, is what you're saying, through your retail operation as well. And I know that whether it is something small or an enormous piece or multiple pieces together, you really cover the range of having something so everybody can have a little Betty in their home. And I didn't know you were an only child. I'm an only child too. Maybe I should.
Yeah, we have to work a little harder, I think, always trying to, at least for me, I'm always trying to accomplish something, trying to be better at whatever I'm doing.
Well, we are all lifelong learners, and that's something certainly we promote here at the Marco Island Center for the Arts, with a wide range of classes for adults. We now have classes that'll be on site starting in the fall, as well as our virtual classes. And you can learn more about that by going to our website, www.marcoislandart.org. Now, Betty, speaking of which, before we get ready to go, you have your own studio as well, too. Can you tell us where that's located, and are you open now?
Yes. Well, we're trying to be here from 10 to 3 every day, except Sundays. I'm really down. Most everybody knows where the Snook Inn is. So if you go down to the Snook Inn and you make a left-hand turn, on the right-hand side is Cafe DeMarco, and then there's a parking lot. Well, we're on the second floor of a white building, and there's staircases on either side, or there's an elevator inside the garage. So it's very accessible.
Well, I've been to your studio and it's beautiful. And I'm glad to know that you're open for business and working hard. So I have to ask you my final question that I ask every artist that I interview. And that would be, come on, who or what has really inspired you, whether early in your career or later in your career? Who or what serves as a major inspiration for you?
Wow. That's really hard. I mean, people ask me, that a lot. I get that a lot when people come in. One of the other questions is how long it takes you. But everybody inspires me. I'm not, because I think I do so many different things. I'm inspired by the new artists. Some of the new artists are just incredible. I'm inspired by the old masters. I'm inspired by a child's artwork. Just my surroundings. I'm very fortunate, like you. We live in an absolutely beautiful area. So I'm always trying new and different things. So I'm just really, it's not just one artist.
So inspiration can be found anywhere at any time. Well, we'll remember that, because we are always inspired by the artists whose work we have in our gallery here at the Marco Island Center for the Arts, as well as in our gift gallery. And I know we have a few Betty Newman pieces in our gift gallery too. So thank you, Betty, so much for joining us today. I know we'll be seeing more of you. And please, for our friends out there, if you are on Marco Island right now, we would love to see you. So stop on by 1010 Winterberry Drive, Marco Island. Have a chance to see these beautiful paintings along with upwards of 80 other pieces of art in our exhibition, March through July 2020, Artistic Reflections. There will be more artist talks coming up. Please check us out on our Facebook page, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, thank you.
Bye,
thank you, Hyla. Bye-bye.